Welcome. Today's lesson is on identifying macroinvertebrates. Well, as you know from our study so far from surface water, one of the things that we are trying to kind of discern is how do you evaluate our watersheds, the quality of the water that we have. And one way to do that is through macroinvertebrates. And before we actually go out in the field and actually start identify them, I'm going to bring some macroinvertebrates into the lab and have you guys identify them. And you're going to need a variety of special tools. One of them is this microscope. And this microscope is a digital microscope. Some of you have used it before. And of course it's a USB type. It's driven by USB. So you'll need to find one of the desktop microscopes. You could even use the Chromebooks. Plug this end into the USB. And then of course we're going to be using this to look at the macroinvertebrates. So one of the things we're going to do once you watch this video is get this thing set up. So I'm going to go ahead and put this device into a USB port so it'll be powered up. And you'll know it's powered up when the light comes on. Make sure you turn on the base light as well as the actual objective light. So once you have that done, you're going to need to go to our website. And if you take a look, we've got all of this right here. Most of you should know where to go. Go to environmental, and then we go to water resources, and then click on surface water. That's where the lab is. And many of you have already done the virtual river lab, so that's all taken care of. The next part we're going to do is this one right here, life in our watershed. That's where the lab is. It's on the first 3 pages, and if you want to just click on it, oops, I'll go back here, is activity 1, and it's 3 pages. And you're going to be using you're going to use Google Docs. You know, it doesn't really make sense for me. It's just to post a bunch of PDFs and you print them out, and then we do it the same old way we've always done it before. We're going to try to make this into the 21st century a little bit. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking this PDF and you're going to copy that into a Google Doc. You're going to look under the microscope for these macroinvertebrates, take pictures of them, and import them into where it says draw a macroinvertebrate. Now, if you want to draw them because you're an artist, great. But at some point, you have to digitize it because I want it in digital format. So if you're going to draw them, fine. But make sure you get a hold of me, and then I'll show you how we can digitize them. But today's video is all about how to actually do this because it is kind of technical. You probably haven't done this before. One of the things you're going to have to do first is you're going to have to use a split screen. So we're going to take this screen that you see right here and actually lift it off the page and make it a whole different window. So to do that, as you can see, we got tabs here. Hope you're in either Firefox or a Chromebook or a Chrome. Don't use Internet Explorer, please. This doesn't work very well on that. I've told you that about 1,000,000 times so far, so please don't use Internet Explorer. It's going to kind of lock up on you. So anyway, you're going to click on the tab, and then you're going to kind of bring it into the center page. And look, it's already kind of separated. You're going to let it go. And now what we're going to do is squeeze it down to about, let's say there. So you can take a look at this. Let me do this first. Let me, first of all, make it a full page. That'll be better so you can see it much easier. And then you're going to go to the page I want. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to squeeze this one off just a little bit. And at this point in time, we want to go to our Google Drive account. So now this is how it should be set up. On one side is the actual lab that you would print out normally and then draw and everything. But we're not going to do that. We're going to digitize it. Then you're going to go to Google. And what I want you to do is click New, and then go to Google Docs, and you're going to make a blank form right now. We're going to call it Drawing a Macroinvertebrate. So draw macroinvertebrate. And I click OK. And I misspelled macroinvertebrate, so I'll need to change that up. But anyway, we'll change it later. So now what I have to do is I'm going to take what this is on your left-hand side, this entire activity, and copy and paste it and put it over here. There's a couple of different ways you can do that. You can go down here and select all. And then what you can do is just go ahead and copy it and put it back over there. What I want to do, though, is I want to do it a little bit different. I'm just going to click it, and I'm going to drag it all the way down to here. There you go. I'm going to copy it and then I'm going to paste it. Now, when I paste it, it's going to be all funky, so I'm going to clean that up. So I'm going to click paste. And you can see it's all messed up. So what we're going to do is going to click that, and first of all, we're going to make, select all of it. Select all. And then I'm going to go to 12, and it kind of shrinks everything down the way it ought to be. Now, it's going to take me some time to get it all sorted out, but it's all right there. You can figure that out. I'm just going to go ahead, though, and this is what the finished product looks like. I went ahead and actually took out the square box in there just because I wanted to, but that's what it all looked like. So now you're kind of ready for that. So I'm going to go ahead and close this off for now, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fill up the screen. There we go. And now the next thing you're going to do is, once you've got your page set up, because you're going to share this with me, so you click right there, and then you're going to click to share, and then you're going to type in my email address and then hit done. Make sure I have edit privileges. And all of you have done that lots of times. So to get a picture up here, so our next step in this procedure is to find the SparkView software. And hopefully you've already plugged in your USB camera into the USB port, I hope. And at this particular time, go ahead and click SparkView, and just make full use of your monitor there. And then what you want to do is find where it says USB camera, click image 2, click it, or image 3, or wherever it is, just USB camera. Click on show, and then hit the initializing button. And once that happens, now what you have at this time is a picture of what's underneath the camera. Right now I don't have anything. I don't have any macroinvertebrates right now, but I'm just going to use a pencil, and I'm going to just stick it right underneath there. I'm going to use it in the lowest power to start with, and we'll get the number of pencil lead. And what I'm going to do then at that particular point, I will just focus it as I find what it is I would like to do with it. So there it is. Now let's say I want to do some, I want to take a picture of it first, and then I want to label it. So to take a picture, all I do is find the picture or the camera icon, click it once, and there I have it. Now I've already captured that picture. If for some reason I want to kind of put some notes on it, I can put notes on it. I can also mark it up if I wanted to. So let's say I'm going to press OK here, and I'm going to go back to my camera. I'm saving this. And now, like for instance, if I click down here on the icon, I have some options. I can, let's say, write text in it, and I can enter a note, and I'm going to put pencil number, and then I'm going to press OK. And you can do that with the macroinvertebrates once you have captured their image, and then you can maybe put a label of the identifying features, a label of what it is, and that way you have a picture. But remember, you always have to actually take the snapshot, click on it, and now you've got it saved. So now that we have everything saved, we're going to go click here, and we want to export the images, because if we just save the file, what will happen with that? It'll save it as a SparkView file, and we don't want that. We want to be able to use it on our Google Docs. So I want to export my images, and I'm going to put it on the desktop, and I'm going to call it number 2 lead. All right, and then I want to put it on the desktop so I can find it easily. Now with the PCs, it's going to be a little harder, or not harder, but somewhere else. I'd put it in my documents folder or my pictures folder. So I'm going to hit save. Now that's done. Now what I would like to do, let's say I got all my pictures. I'm going to just get that thing out of the way for right now. I'm going to go ahead and get back to my Google Doc right there. Now what I want to do is I want to find it and put it in the document. So I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to click on Image. I'm going to choose an image to upload. I click on it, and I go to, there it is, number 2 lead. Click on it right there, and it is importing it. Voila. So as you can see, wherever you click on the page, that's kind of where it'll go. And of course, you can center it. You can put it to the left. You can put it to the right. You can actually put more pictures in if you like. As many as you have to have a minimum of at least 3 macroinvertebrates. And then, of course, it asks you to note any questions or observations that you've made. Like, for instance, you might want to mention the number of tails they have. because that makes a difference, especially when we're talking about damselflies, dragonflies, etc. So make sure you include some of the notations that you might have. So I hope that's helped you. We'll be seeing you in the lab. Thanks.